Wow, we are here in Macambo Hotel to witness the arrival of our great Bishop Victor Charles Okafor in Makeni. Join our presenter, Dora Morris Toure, for African Impact. African Impact, here we go.
Good evening once again. We're grateful to God to be here in Makeni. We're really thankful to God that we have the bishop and the team that came from all the way from Senegal to bless the people of Makeni. And today we have been talking about the African Impact, Makeni, and the pastors of Makeni. They have really done their bit since the inception of the planning from the chairman and the executive, and all of them, they have been working together. And but first of all, let me just introduce the chairman for the Makeni Church. Okay, the Council of Churches, Makeni. Yes. So the chairman is Reverend Nash, and he is the chairman for this council. So the floor is now. We have His Grace Bishop Victor Charles Okafor. He's the founder of African Impact, and he has been moving from country to country, challenging African leaders, particularly church leaders, to change their mentality in the way they do ministry, you know. And so that is his own vision, that is his own passion. And I'm sure he'll talk more about it, but this is just a way of introducing him. He has a vision, he has a passion to empower pastors, ministers, African ministers. That is why he calls it African Impact. He has that vision to empower African ministers to take hold of their God-given vision and to move to do what God has designed them to do. And that is the burden that he has. So he was here in Sierra Leone some years back, but he was in Bo. And so the Lord led him now to take Makeni, which is very strategic. So he's here to hold this African Impact. So I want to say, for me, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. He has that kind of desire. So myself and Reverend Masakoi, we have really been working, including Reverend Moses, and working in the ground. But we're grateful to God as through Reverend Masakoi, there was this contact with Reverend, what is your name? I've forgotten again. Yes, and so through that now, then we begin to work, we begin to put things together. And today, here we are. So, Reverend March, this is the team, African Impact. And Bishop, when he will be talking, I'm sure he will talk about the rest of it.
I want to say His Grace Bishop Charles Okafor want to say we are delighted, very much joyful to receive you tonight. And the ground is already prepared. I believe by the grace of God, the Lord will use you to effect and impact us by His grace. Well, shortly I just want to introduce some of the members of the council. Of course, the number should have been more than this. Actually, we are expecting you to arrive around 4. So some persons are gathering around the entrance because of the time order schedule. And also we have to cater for some guests. That's why some of them are not here. They are now preparing food and other things to get guests so that they can already be settled down. But here we have, this is the PRO of the council, this is the PRO 2. Is Reverend Leslie Saskudeka of the Livingstone Evangelistic Ministry. And of course, you can say this is, you carry the same DNA because he's a better light. He's one of his senior pastor. In fact, when I came to McKinney, he was the one who received me. So I hold him in high esteem. He's Reverend Francis Bokari. And here we have the Holy Apostle among us, Apostle Soa, he too is member of the council. And of course, the secretary is busy transporting the phones to the other places. And so, we want to welcome you all and want to thank God for you having us in your heart. And we want to thank Reverend Abraham. For me, he's a mentor, and he has been a blessing. And also Reverend Masako. Where is it? Reverend Masako. You are welcome, sir. I want to say you are welcome. And McKinney is in fact, this place is referred to as the City of Light. Wow. Yeah, it's the City of Light. And we believe you being here, you will not go back and maybe feeling downcasted, because we know that the light is already here. And by the grace of God, African Impact will create impact in the lives of pastors. So you are welcome, and we say we are delighted to receive you, sir.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. The reason why I begin with thanks and appreciation is that in my place, there's an adage that says, if a husband does not have money to give to the wife, you have bills. I want to appreciate everyone. Our coordinator of African Impact in Sierra Leone, Pastor Reverend Abraham, he's doing a great work. The first time we came to I think we have been to go twice. It was through his coordination, and since then he has the same passion that I have for African leaders. And I'm not surprised that today we're in McKinney, and I want to thank him so much. I want to thank the chairman and his team. You have done a good job. You have not seen me for the first time, but you just embraced the vision. That shows your love for Africa and the work of God. And of course, Reverend Masako, where is he? Okay. Who came to African Impact in Conakry? Then since then has become part of this vision. So I want to thank all of you. Thank you so much. Let me just introduce some of the team. We have Reverend George Pana, one centers of African impact in Guinea. We have my son here, Prophet Elaine, also in my son in the Lord, Reverend Edward Chukwuka. I've been traveling since African impact time. What I have him around is a moral booster. So I want to thank every one of you for fire. You guys are here. God bless you. And we have a minister we left Senegal very early because we don't have direct flights and we have to go through from their country. But all in all, we're going to have a good time. Amen. I've already sensed it in the spirit. Africa needs mental revolution. It's not just the issue of money that is the problem. It has to start with mentality. When the mentality is renewed, you will see that whatever we need is in Africa. You know, a continent that has almost 65% of mineral resources that's sustainable is backward. That's an abomination. There are 12 nations all over the world that are considered the poorest. Do you know that 6 of these nations are in West Africa? Which it should not be so. So when God gave us the vision of African impact in 2010, that's a message he gave to us. That Africans, their mentality needs to be renewed and transformed. And I believe when it begins with the men of God, the ministers of the gospel, you will affect the world. Because we are the one who are leading it. If your name is Rufus, and you don't have roof over your head, then it's dangerous. The man called Rufus should have roof over his head. So that he can be able to roof all of them. That's the issue. So, that's why our ministry is focusing on empowering the ministers. The morning section, that's really where my heart is. The evening section is just believers' time. But the morning section, we're going to have almost 8 teachings. In 4 days, we're going to have the morning section. Teachings that bring revolution, that will change the life. So I want to thank everyone who can position yourself for this meeting and all that. I know that it's not easy, the preparation. I know what it is when it comes to preparation. But God will grace. So I want to thank all of you. I believe that by the time this meeting will come, all of us will be. God bless you. Thank you so much for listening. God bless you.
Important man of God, a bishop. His name is no other person but Victor Charles Okafor from the city of Senegal. He is the leader and also the founder of the African Impact. Thank you very much, sir. You're highly welcome. God bless you. So you can introduce yourself properly to everyone who knows who you are.
Okay, my name is Victor Charles Okafor. By the grace of God, God used me to start African Impact. And since then, we have seen what God is doing as we go from one nation to another. So grateful to be in the city of McKinney, and also the warm welcome that we have already received is a pointer to what God is going to do this week. So I'm so grateful to be here.
Thank you very much, sir. As you have heard from the bishop, he is very grateful and he is highly welcome. That was no other person but Bishop Charles Okafor from the city of Senegal. Yes, sir. Our bishop, sir. This is the first time to organize African Impact in the city of Makeni.
Yeah.
What inspired you to choose such location?
Well, Makeni is so strategic. And I believe, like what I've heard, that Makeni is the city of light.
Yes, really.
We need to add more light to the light that is already existing. Jesus said something that is so profound in the book of John chapter 9, verse 5. He said, as long as I'm on this earth, I am the light. So we have come to Makeni to add to the life that is already existing. And I want to thank God. It's not by accident that God has led us to choose the city of Makeni because of what God wants to do in this city. The first time we went to Bo, we declared the theme, darkness shall not reign forever. And by the time we finished that meeting, that was the first time the government brought the transformer to that city. On Monday, we're about to go. The government brought the transformer to that city. And that was the light, physical light. But it was the spiritual light that was ignited that provoked the physical light to come. So I want to thank God that we are in Makeni and God is going to visit us mightily in Jesus' name.
Amen. That was a very great word from His Grace, Bishop Charles Okafor. He has said that he has come to Makeni because he sees something in the city. At first he was in Bo, and now he's also in Makeni. By a very warm welcome from everyone. Thank you very much, sir, for that inspiring.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes. Your Grace, you are coming to Sierra Leone, specifically in Makeni, to organize African Impact.
Yeah.
If leaders and pastors may want to know about African Impact and its objectives, what will you tell them?
Thank you. Well, African Impact is a vision for the Africans. That's why I say African Impact. To impact Africans, first of all. It's a vision that the Lord gave to me in 2010 as I was traveling back to Senegal from Guinea after organizing a program for a church. And right in the plane, God said, start African Impact. And I asked him how. He said, start. That was the finance, the support, everything I received from him. He said, start African Impact. And I can remember vividly, the first edition we had in 2010, in May 2010, in Guinea. I came from Senegal, landing at the airport. The pastors were contemplating where I would sleep because we didn't have money to rent a hotel. And as we were just standing, one of the boys that I baptized in 1993 came around and said, oh, Papa, you're here? I said, yes. Where are you going to stay? I said, we are just thinking of how. He said, nobody should talk about it. That was how he took us and paid $2,400 for our lodging, gave us two cars and drivers. And that was how African Impact started in Guinea. And I want to thank God. The vision of African Impact is to impact leaders of Africa. First of all, to bring mental revolution. Because what is in a man has to do with his mind. If the mind of a man is transformed, his environment will be transformed. And everything about it will be transformed. Sometimes we have what it takes to deliver our generation, but we don't even know that we have it. There are two sets of people that are important in this world. Survivors and saviors. If you're not a savior, you're a survivor. And God did not call us survivors. He called us saviors. The book of Obadiah 21. He said, out of Zion shall come saviors. So nowadays, we have a lot of survivors and not saviors. Survivors are looking for what to eat. Saviors are looking for people to drag out from the kingdom of darkness and put them into the kingdom of God. So we want to renew our mind. This is Africa. And I believe that it's only Africans that will deal with issues in Africa. If you bring a white man, he doesn't know about issues. because their own wish is white wish. It's a constructive wish. But here in Africa, we have the black wish, we have the blind wish. The black wish is always black. They want to kill the baby in the womb without remorse. But the white wish is a constructive witchcraft, and it only bourgeois, those that are lettered, who can read, that can be involved in white wish. If you didn't go to school, you cannot belong to white wish because you have to read. But African, you see idiots, wicked people who want to just kill their brother. They don't even know how to write their names. And you know, and the blind wish are just toys in the kingdom of darkness. And these are the ones they send to cause confusion, trouble all over. So a white man who is coming from the perspective of, you know, using negative power to construct something that will help humanity cannot understand that somebody is using the negative power to kill his brother. So it's only Africans that can deal with the issues in Africa. And I believe that's why God has brought us to empower our fellow brothers to change our generation and our world and leave a legacy, a footprint in the history of the world. The worst thing that can happen to a man is to die without accomplishing his purpose. But when our mentality is renewed, we can go out and accomplish our purpose and mandate in life.
So that means you brought African impact, you know, by the vision of the Holy Spirit to change the mentality of leaders. Understand? From the, let me say, from the traditional way to now from the upgraded, you know, like higher way, the higher level. Thank you very much, sir, for that inspiring program. That is really nice for all the leaders in Africa, especially all Africans, to have that great mentality, to grow up from where they were and to become a great person, especially in the sight of God. Thank you very much, sir. That was a very inspiring word. It's a great word. Thank you very much. Okay, Your Grace, sir. What motivated you to inspire African impact in ceremony?
Yeah, Africa is full of darkness. It's not just Sierra Leone, Africa in general.
So why did you choose Sierra Leone?
Why did I choose Sierra Leone?
Yeah.
By the leading of the Holy Spirit. By April, we are going to Guinea-Bissau for the first time in Guinea-Bissau to have African impact. Why? I was traveling 2 years ago to Togo and our plane had a stop in Guinea-Bissau and the Lord spoke to me, come back here and organize African impact. So we go to nations as the Lord leaders. And if you read the scripture, the Bible says, as many that are led by the Spirit, they are sons. And we are talking about the manifestation of the sons of God. So the sons should be led by the Spirit. That is an evidence that they are sons. Sons that are not led by the Spirit are not sons.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, that is okay. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. So, is African Impact only organized in Guinea or Sierra Leone? How many countries have African Impact?
Yeah, African Impact started officially in Guinea 2010. And we have seen African Impact being organized in Sierra Leone, in Bo, for 2 years. And we are coming back again this year. And I've told you already in April, we are going to Guinea-Bissau. As the Lord leads us, we go to nations. And also with the resources that we have, because African Impact is not funded by any organization. We pay our way, we do everything to come and be a blessing to the body of Christ. You understand? So, as the Lord leads us, we go to nations. I was in Kenya 2 years ago by the invitation of a man of God who came and was part of Africana Week that we organize every December. And he invited me, and he had been talking with me to see when we are going to go to Kenya to organize African Impact.
Wow.
So it's a whole of Africa. It's an African affair. It's not just Sierra Leone or Guinea or Guinea-Bissau. As the Lord leads us and as the door opens and we have resources to go, we are going to touch African nations because we believe that Africans can handle the issue in Africa.
Yeah. So does that mean that Sierra Leone is the second country has organized African Impact?
Yes, Sierra Leone is second. You are so eager to know why we came to Sierra Leone.
Thank you very much. Okay, sir. Organizing African Impact, specifically in McKinney. At first it was in Bo, and now it's in McKinney. Is it an annual program or is to bring great men of God in all areas in the country?
Well, it should be an annual program if we want it. The reason why I say if we want it, all of us that are involved, if we want it to be an annual program, we can make ourselves available with all our schedules to put in. This year we are going to this place, we are going to this place. So the first of what is important first of all is for us to be here. Yeah, there's something they said in my place. They said, "Good market sells itself."
Yes, sir.
Do you understand?
So if the good market sells itself,
Yes.
I mean, like if Sierra Leone, you are comfortable, understand, like if you have seen that yes, it should be annual program, what will be expecting the next year?
More and more impact.
Thank you very much, sir. Indeed, we will succeed, and it's going to be an annual program. Amen. Okay, sir. At first, like the way you see in Bo and also in McKinney, people are coming all over and welcoming you. So how do you feel about that? How do you feel like the people of Sierra Leone, how they have treated you since when you were in Bo? Because I heard that it's 2 times now.
2 times.
2 times. And now it's 2 times. How do you feel like, you know, how comfortable are you with the people of Sierra Leone?
What makes heaven happy makes me happy. If heaven is happy, I'm happy.
Well, how do you feel about that? Like how people are coming, you know, how do you feel about that?
That's what I say. If heaven is happy, I'm happy. Somebody said, I'm happy. God is happy. Satan is annoyed. Everything is okay. If God is happy, I'm happy. Satan is annoyed. Everything is okay. My job is to fulfill the mandate and the commission and see that people are eager to buy into the vision. It's not my vision. It's a vision, like Paul said, heavenly vision. And we are not disobedient to that heavenly vision to take it to even McKinney. That's the most important thing. So if God is happy and we are happy, we all, the pastors, the people in McKinney are happy, then everything is okay.
Thank you very much for that wonderful word from our Bishop Charles Okafor from the city of Senegal. He brought African impact all the way to Sierra Leone, thinking that he has to be a great nation, like all the leaders, all the pastors should have a great mentality, especially in the work of God. He has gone to Guinea, and here he's also in Sierra Leone, and he's also expecting to go to Kenya. And that is going to be a great nation, and also all Africans. I just wish all Africans will just be part of this program, sir. Really, thank you very much, sir, for that inspiring work. Let me tap on your anointing.
Thank you.
Thank
God
you very
bless you.
much. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.